Shavua Tov, everybody, and almost Shabbat Shalom. I'm trusting that you've all made it through the 8 days of Passover and are getting ready to work our way through Sfirat Omer, as you can see by my growth of my Omer beard, till we get to the holiday of Shavuot in about 6 weeks. This coming Shabbat is Parashat Shemini, which is just chock full of so many different things. But one of the key elements of Parashat Shemini is the laws regarding what we can eat and what we can't eat, animals that are permitted, animals that are not permitted. And quite interesting for us to think about just on having finished the holiday of Passover when we're so careful about everything that we eat. And it reminds us, I think, that we need to be aware of what it is that we're putting into our bodies. And this is something that we're so aware of now with the pandemic, a great deal of recognition about what it means to come into contact with others and what we might be exposed to. While the Torah does not give us any reason for the laws of kashrut, many of the commentators afterwards did, in fact, try to propose answers, but really it's just for us to be holy, to be different. But one of the things that we discover is that it makes us more aware of what we're putting into our bodies, more aware of what we eat, and hopefully more aware of the fact that the food that's coming to us just doesn't appear out of thin air, that there are many processes that have to go into, just even, for instance, the baking of bread. So many elements: planting the wheat seeds, tending them, making sure there aren't weeds, making sure the crops are well taken care of, until eventually they can be harvested, and then they have to be milled and ground and baked. So many different processes along the way that any step of the way, something could go wrong. And this is something, of course, that we are concerned about now as we work our way through the pandemic. We're concerned about what problems we might find in the supply chain for food. So something for us to certainly think about in this week's Torah portion, Parashat Shemini. Also, this Shabbat is Mevarchim HaChodesh. We start the new Hebrew month of Iyar. It begins on Yom Shishi and Yom Shabbat Kodesh. So our observance begins on Thursday night of next week and then continues on through Shabbat. At the end of Shabbat, we conclude Rosh Chodesh. I do want to mention that the yahrzeits for this week are for Jack Zollett, Harry Katz, Pearl Gelfand, Esther Markowitz-Kasdan, Albert Page, Abe Fromson, Bessie Wasserman, Avis Dolgoff-Myers, Zev Peretz-Bloom, Leo Goldstein, Herman Gewurz, Sylvia Auerbach, Jenny Friedler, and Dean Winslow-Fried. Wishing you all a very happy and healthy Shabbat Shalom.